Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review. With me here the Master of Puppets again, joined by
Jacob the Lord of Malts.
Today looking at another Cantillon beer. And this is the Cantillon Cru Bruocsella Lambic Bio 2009, or just Cantillon Cru Bruocsella. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing Bruocsella. Bruocsella, that's how he says it. It's not Bruocsella, but Bruocsella, I think. But it's an unblended lambic from 2009. Since 2009 until release, it's been aged in oak casks, wooden oak casks. Makes sense because I say oak casks. But it's been aged in these casks for 3 years in total. It was released in October, I believe it was. Yeah, the 12th of October 2012, and they say that this is like probably the one and only authentic unblended lambic you can find anywhere. At least according to Cantillon themselves. 5%, so carrying on in the lower ABV territory. I'm excited to see how sour this is.
Yeah,
because it's an unblended one.
But
then
again, it's
been for so long, so it's probably not going to be insanely sour. But I've never had it, and they only do this every 3 years. Yeah. So, or at least I think it's every 3 years.
I think there was an 08 and then...
Okay, well maybe they do it every year and then they have like batches so they can make it every year. I'm not sure, but it's one of those one-offs that they at least release once a year. So yeah, I'm excited to try this. It's always fun to try a new Cantillon beer. So yeah, we got the Cantillon Cru Bruocsella, or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, it's one of the only few unblended lambics, because traditionally unblended lambics were only served at the breweries, because they are uncarbonated. They're like the purest form of lambic. So
yeah, this is one of the few bottles.
Yeah, and they're like vary from cask to cask and bottle to bottle. So kind of an interesting style. I only think I've had a couple unblended lambics. Yeah. So yeah, color on this one, it looks like a cask ale kind of. It's like golden yellow, color. Slightly orange color. It's got a nice color for sure.
With a little haze.
Yeah, and it's actually got a little bit of a foamy, bubbly.
Yeah, well,
no, I wouldn't call it. It was just foam.
Foam because from the bigger
and the oxygen. So yeah, still the aroma. Smells quite sour and very funky. I'm getting a lot of oak as well. Yeah. It's got a decent amount of oaky, woody aromas. Well, 3 years in a barrel. Yeah. So yeah, and this is what they use to blend to make their lambics. Yeah, but yeah, or one of them at least.
I kind of have a...
or at least this type of... Sorry, the unblended lambic is what they use to blend the gooses. I'm actually not sure if this is in a goose or any of their other beers, but you were saying?
Yeah, kind of like a noble hop flavor or aroma as well.
I don't pick up any hops. And by the way, this can age for 20 years, but... Yeah. I'm picking up a lot of sourness, a lot of tart notes, kind of the white grape, decent amount of funk. It's got a little bit of a horse blanket aroma. Yeah. Not too much, but it's in there. But really, it's got that classic Cantillon funk. Some of the wet hay kind of barnyard notes. White grapes. A little bit of almost like a peachy aroma. What do you pick up? Yeah, that's quite funky.
There's a weird kind of Pilsner-like tinge to it.
Well, maybe there's a Pilsner malt. I don't know, but nice and oaky. It's got a little bit of that cheesy almost aroma as well. At least I got it on this, but it's not too much of it. Kind of fresh cut grass kind of thing, but it's more the tart, bright fruits, as I said, with the white grapes and the sour green apple, almost like an apple cider vinegar and funky. Well, yeah, it's good taste. Cheers, cheers. Wow, very funky, but not as sour as I thought from the aroma. Yeah. If you're expecting a really sour beer, don't. This is like a super funky lambic. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of that old, dusty, cellar-like flavor on there. Well, not too much horse blanket, a little, but mostly like the celery aromas or flavors, along with like wood. It's quite dry.
It's really dry.
What do you call the mouthfeel on it? I'd say light,
almost watery.
Yeah. Well, that's because of the lack of carbonation, which is how it's meant to be. But that, and also kind of an intense dryness. It's very dry. So dry and like a medium body. But again, flavors. It's got the white grape kind of flavors. Not as sour. It's got a little bit of that apple vinegar, but it's subtle. It's just a tart. I'd say it's more tart than sour.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised. It's really drinkable. It's super drinkable.
Yeah.
But I'm really surprised at how much skill it requires to be a sour lambic brewer, because you get this. I guess this is somewhat the same you get out of the barrels from when you have to blend them.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to be able to recognize whatever there's in here and blend them together until you get a final product. It's amazing.
That's really well done.
And
so this is a pretty tasty unblended lambic. Now I prefer eau de gouzes and like the carbonated lambics and the fruit lambics and all, mainly because they're a little more complex and then they have more sourness. But this as a session lambic, I mean, would be nice if it wasn't an expensive Cantillon product. I mean, this is as expensive as Fufoon. I would buy it more often, but still, rating wise, I'm going to go 83 on this one. I like it more than the Chardin ones we had. I don't know if they were blended per se. I think the Eau de Lambic was, but the Bag-in-Box reviews we did. And I gave both of those 80, and I like this more because it has a more funky component. It has that really nice Cantillon kind of.
I pretty much agree. Don't get me wrong, this is an extremely drinkable beer. And it's so drinkable and so delightful.
Yeah, you can drink this all day.
But I
can drink a lot of this.
In my mind, it's nothing spectacular. But rating-wise, I'm gonna go 80 as well. Or I'm gonna go 80. I can't remember what I gave the Chardin ones, but I remember and I hope I gave the Cream Lambic a little higher grade. But nevertheless, this is a great beer, worth checking out, worth trying out anyway, because it's nice to see how they
are before you blend them.
Yeah, what they work with. And
it is, as you said, a skill to do it. So, yeah, guys, definitely let us know what you think of the Cantillon Cru Bruocsella, or whatever, Lambic Bio from 2009, or previous vintages if you've had any. As always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter, and we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
And we're going to see you guys in another beer review.